So my name is Lara Eisenberg, and I help women restore their body-mind-spirit connection and reclaim their sacred sexual expressions so they can feel more fulfilled, free, and empowered. From a young age, I was taught that to be a woman is to be good and nice and submissive, to always look beautiful. It was really painful to not be seen for my intelligence, for who I am, for my heart. So I ended up researching a lot on different women's programs and spoke with a lot of different women about what they've done in terms of really finding their own power and reclaiming their body and all aspects of being a woman, and then found a program that spoke to me, to my heart and soul. And I had a dream, and in that dream, my Bobby, which is grandmother in Yiddish, who was a Holocaust survivor, told me to stand for freedom, that she was imprisoned her whole life, and she told me to stand for freedom and change the sort of lineage, the ancestral pattern of women being imprisoned in their own body. And then that day my mother called and said that my Bubby who had passed had left money, and the money that she offered me was the exact money I needed for the program, which was across the country. I studied for years and years, flying back and forth. I actually moved back to New York for a little while. I wanted to see how I fit into this world and where my value really lied, which was deep within. It was all of the spiritual practices that became my foundation, and I now move through the world with those practices, and without those practices I wouldn't be as grounded and centered. And one thing people say about me in terms of the work that I do is I can hold really strong, safe space. As a woman, I needed to do my own work, and wherever I felt my own power, I said, okay, I want to bring this work to women, because this is what created a whole integrated self. It was exploring all of these aspects of being female. And I mean all of those aspects of what does it mean? Well, it means to be a sexual being, it means sensuality, it means to be living in the heart, it means to see that there's more than just this form here, that there's so many aspects of reclaiming my body. I feel that women, through their body, they find their voice and they find their power. So when they move in through life and they live in an embodied way, embodied emotions, embodied truth, that's where they find the freedom and the fulfillment and the empowerment. So before working with me, oftentimes they're feeling disconnected. They're finding that their whole value is based on their body or the way they look. A lot of comparison, a lot of depression, anxiety, something with food or with alcohol or with gambling or shopping, something that they're looking outside of themselves to find some value or worth, and also some self-injurious behavior with using substances and food in excess that hurts the body because it's painful to be in the body. So finding that freedom in the body through self-love and through working through trauma and the constant objectification, sexualization, this unattainable standard of beauty that we see in the media, lack of fulfillment, lack of contentment. And that's the other piece why I'm so passionate about eroticism and sexuality and sensuality, is because there's so much pleasure from that, and pleasure heals the pain. Setting boundaries is so important for so many reasons. One, the socialization of just being nice and good, not finding your voice and speaking your truth. Number two, any kind of abuse, sexual, emotional, physical, it's a boundary rupture. There's been a violation of boundaries, and we have to restore our boundaries. Women's experience of working with me have been experiencing more pleasure, more passion, learning to find their voice and speak their truth. There also have been a lot of women that have reported feeling more alive. I think with a lot of trauma and a lot of the objectification, there's a sense of feeling numb and not feeling vital. Any woman that is listening to this that feels that she is not adored or cherished or loved for exactly who she is in her heart, in her body, in her soul, because my vision is for all women to know their value, to know their truth, to know that the beauty comes from within, and to walk through the world with love, from love, have their heart be their internal guidance, and to internal compass, and to see their sisters as sisters, to really restore that sisterhood wound that we know that we're the same, and we bring life forth into this world, and there's a sacredness that we all hold.